Still can't get to sleep, so I've decided I'm going to do another Oxford video of 3 1/76 or 00 scale diecast vehicles from the UK manufacturer Oxford Diecast. This is the one we're going to be starting off with, which is the Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, as seen this time in QANTAM Silver, as it's called, or more of a black colour to more of us normal folk and not special agents. This has come as a result of the police video we've just done and the fact that a certain person has just told me to up the spec a little, so try this for size. So this is the Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, red interior, and it has plates on it. The plate is it just says Vanquish. It's not stylized, it just does say Vanquish, so it could also be have roots to do with the prototype. The prototype V12 Vanquish. Very nice model. As you can see, more silver than black. QANTAM Silver, more black than silver rather. Let's try and get our words the right way round. And right-hand drive. So, that's the Aston Martin. Next on we have the Jaguar F-Type, and this is British Racing Green. F-Type mustn't be confused, of course, with F-Pace. That's a bigger SUV type vehicle. This is the F-Type, British Racing Green, and the darker colour. And British Racing Green is definitely one of my favourite colours for a car overall. And the blank circles represent the fact that it takes part in events and also races and so forth, like Donington Park and Supercars and so forth and so forth. It is a supercar after all. So let's have a look at the front. There we go. There is no place at the front unless we look straight down here. There might be one. We'll see on the back if there's a plate and an ident to it. Very unlikely, seeing as it's actually in race guise, and that is a white stripe across the front as well. Let's take a look at this side. Another blank circle. That, of course, is where it would carry the racing or event number that is allocated to it. And there is a blank racing green Jaguar F-Type available from Oxford Diecast in this 1/76 00 gauge scale. Finally, we'll get a look at the back. And as you can see, there is something on the back that I think is a promotional plate from Jaguar. So again, this is relating roots with the prototype. The prototype was British Racing Green of these, and this is the British Racing Green colours but with the circles. Once again, I will remind you there is a blank version of this available without the circles and the white decals, which is more the street drive version than the track drive version. And with that, on that happy note, the F-Type departs and gets replaced by this BEAUT, which is the Jaguar XC-75, and this is the prototype. This is based on the prototype model. As my camera blurs again, wonderful. Right, let's try and get it from a different angle and get this back into the land of the living. Because this XE75, as many of you eagle-eyed people who've watched Spectre may have noticed, is indeed in the Spectre film, the James Bond film. It's the one that chases the Aston along the Tiber before James Bond writes it off. That'll be the third Aston he's actually written off in his movies. So I don't know what it is about writing off Astons and so forth, you know. It's just something obviously that people like doing when they're superheroes and special agents and goodness knows what, like, you know. Not what us normal folk would do with an Aston Martin, I have to admit. Oh, there we go, we're getting a clearer view of it now. Right, come on Ducky, you know you want to. Anyway, this is the XC75. It's in sand orange, and it is in the same colours as it appears in Spectre, because that is the prototype. So I'll have a look at the front. There we go. There's no plate on the front. This is a prototype, and this will be probably driven in track and trial mode. That's much better. Track and trial mode, in not street mode, as driven on civilian streets. There's this side. This is a much nicer shot of the other side. I'll give you another shot as it goes blurred again. Nice one. Let's have a look. It's a problem with, I'm afraid it's a problem with filming in synthetic light, I think, because it's quite late on. I'll try and do a daytime version of this video, I think, and get it moving a little bit better that way, because it might film better in daytime. But it seems to be one of the cars side on that it doesn't like it. So let's get a look at the back. Again, no plates because this is the track and trial version. Track mode, driven in track mode rather than street mode. And in the film Spectre, that was street mode and track mode in use at the same time. That's better. Obviously because there were stunts involved where the car was on a normal street and also on a variation of surfaces, and also the final part along the Tiber would be regarded as track mode and driven in track mode. So let's give a look at the side and see if it blurs again. That's the first side. Oh yes, here we go. So I don't think it likes the orange colour, this camera, for some reason. So for those of you who keep seeing a blue flash at the top of the screen, that's my Bugatti, which is remote controlled. And we'll just line these up here. There we go. 1, 2, whoops, nearly off the table. 3, the Aston. So we've got those 3 reviewed from Oxford Diecast. Bit of a blurred view of them. Let's see if we can. There's the Bugatti again. Hello. Right. So as we try and get try and pan in a decent view, get these on a clear camera. There we go. That's it. I just don't think this camera likes the orange colour for some reason. So these are my 3 top recommendations for supercars, or what would be rated a supercar, for your 00 gauge railway layouts if you want to impress people, or if, like me, you have somebody in their right mind driving into a 1980s based train yard in a brand new Aston or a brand new Jaguar coupe. Well, it is your layout. You can use your imagination and creativity, and that's how I've used mine, because if I could have done it, I almost certainly would have done. Thank you for watching.